Hi there. Have you ever wondered what it's like to garden up here in the northeast of Scotland? I was on YouTube, looking on YouTube for the last few days, trying to find out from other people how they're getting on with the weather we get up here, because our daylight is a lot different. The actual strength of it, or lack of it, is a lot different up here to where most of you guys are further south. I'm on the right up in the northeast of Scotland on the Moray Firth, and we get rather a short season up here. So what I've been doing, we moved into this present house about a year ago, and just got a few things into the ground last year to get going, but I was surprised. Well, I've been in Scotland for 20 odd years, so I've known the season was so much different, but this is the first time I've had a decent sized garden to do something with. So I've set out this last year and this winter, I've set out to actually do what I can to extend our growing season. So I'm sitting in a brand new greenhouse. We decided on a wooden one with twin wall polycarbonate windows to retain as much heat as we can. I've got underfloor heating in 2 beds, and the night before last, while it was approaching 0 in the garden, it was actually 10 degrees overnight in here with no covers on, no cloches in here at all, and it maintained a 10-degree level through the greenhouse, which is fantastic. In the beds themselves, that they can maintain 70 degrees. I've not added a thermostat yet. I may do if I need to later on. Electrics and electronics is my forte. I'm actually retired now, but I've spent a lifetime in electronics and electrics, so that's okay for me, not a problem. What I will be looking at though, as well as the heat, is looking at extending the lighting levels. The lighting operates on different frequencies, so you need certain frequencies for green growth and you need different frequencies for fruit and flowers. I won't be doing too much on flowers, but so I'll be looking into that to get that sorted out and get it right, and maybe adding some proper lighting as my winter project this year. We'll have to wait and see. But I just thought I would put this is my first video attempt, so I'm going to have to learn as I go. Be a bit forgiving, won't you? Because I've got to find my feet as I go, like in all things. So here we are. This is my greenhouse. I've just actually this morning planted out my runner beans. We seem to be, the forecast is pretty good from now on. It looks like it's turned, so I'm got fingers and everything crossed that we won't get the odd frosty night. So I've got my runner beans out. We might go up there in a minute and have a look at that. In here I've got quite a few tomato plants which will probably stay in here. I won't need them all, I don't think, because with the heat I've got, just about everything germinates, even the parsnip. I've seen on YouTube people have problems with germination levels with parsnip, but I've not had a problem at all. I'm growing them in potato bags at the minute for this year, and see how we go. I'll come and get the camera and give you a look around the greenhouse. Just excuse me a minute while I pick it up. And here we go. Got a few cos lettuce down there. My milk bottles, I find you drill the tops and they're handy little watering cans. I've got a few flowers over there, and no, they're not there. They're over the back there. Some Scabiosa, Ace of Spades. I like those. That's a really nice dark flower. Smashing me carrots here. 1 per cell. I'm going to put them into my potato bag down here. There we go, they're going in there. Here's my parsnips, doing really well. You see I've got an upturned bottle of water in there so that I get water down to the roots. I'm trying not to get water on the leaves. I want to get the water down to the roots, especially as later on I'm going to be trying melons in here. Didn't have much luck last year. I just don't think we've got a long enough season, but in here, now that I can put the heat in and the light in later in the season, I'm hoping to have a go at melons as well. My big boy tomato plants down there, coming along nicely. In the pots I've got giant onions. I'm still waiting for them to germinate. They're my second lot. I don't know what happened to the first lot. I didn't get any at all. I've got a couple there just poking through. And here we come round to my bed at the back. I've got 3 cucumbers at the back there. Obviously thirsty today because they've taken all the water by the look of it. I've got a second lot of the broccoli, the purple sprouting broccoli. They're going to go in as a second lot. I've already got some outside. Later in the year they'll be going in, later on. I've got more marigolds coming on down there. And these 2 tomato plants are cherry tomatoes. But up here, all these tomato plants are giant ones, but I've forgotten the mate just at the present, but I won't need all those. I might actually just stop them after the first truss and try and get them as big as I can. I've got a giant red grape over the back there. See if I can zoom in on that. There we go. That's a giant red grape, just one that I bought from the shop, and chucked the pip into a pot, and there we are. A couple of them germinated. So I'm going to stop it there while I go outside and I'll go. So here we are outside the greenhouse. It's quite warm today, so I've got both the doors open. And we'll come round. I've got more flowers there waiting to go out the front garden. And we'll come round to my grow house come cold frame come mini greenhouse. This was my first mini greenhouse that I built before we built the other one, and I've now adapted the top so that everything opens on it and it makes a good cold frame. So all these plants are ready to go out. Marrow's doing well down there, and we'll swing round. We've got the washing out here, I've got to try and avoid that. We've got our shed we built during the winter. Not a pre-bought one from a shop. This one I actually designed. Got a local builder to put together the sheets for me to my own design. This is belt and braces. This is I'm thinking about putting a decent lock on it to make it a bit more burglar proof, but it's pretty stout. And we've just added the water butts. We've got 2 coming down off the roof. We haven't had enough rain lately to fill them yet, but this is looking towards the summer. I'm trying to get as much rainwater for the garden as I can rather than see it go to loss down the drain. So we'll just take a walk round the back and up to the main garden. I'll have to excuse all the bits and bobs. I've got my dogwood. I saved my dogwood cuttings to use as pea sticks. I don't know how successful that'll be, but we'll see. There was our broad beans up the back there. I put the canes on the fence to actually put some string to, because we do get winds here. But you know, we're quite open here. If I come up there, you see we're quite open. So we do get some wind, so I need to string them just to stop them getting too bent about. And we've just got the canes in for the runner beans. Just put the runner beans out this morning. And we'll go up this part. I'm a bit disabled, so I have to have raised beds and paths just to get about, so bear with me. It's a bit of an effort. I've got a couple of hazelnut trees up here. There's a little black fly blew off my arm. What's left of some daffs, and our compost bin was up here. Just moved it, so there's compost still in the ground, so I've yet to think what I'm going to put there, either a marrow. I've got some not sweet pea, twit, corn on the cob, that's it, sweet pea. I've got some corn on the cob that's either going to go here, in this patch here, or up there, I haven't decided. That's a newly planted rhubarb. Came through the winter okay. We had a couple of stalks off a few weeks ago and it was really sweet and delicious. So I'm not going to pick too much more, let it get established. I've got plenty of muck down here ready for a couple of mowers to go in there. Those onions are last autumn's planting. They've come through the winter fine. And coming back, I've still got my cloches out ready to put on anything that needs it, just in case we get the odd cold snap. I've got an apple tree there, a couple of pear trees, I can't remember, I think that's a green sleeves apple tree there. I've got a cherry tree over there. Where those canes are, there's a little plant there, there's a cross between an apple and a pear. Can't remember its name just at the minute. So in the bed there we've got this year's onions sown in February, and I've intersown them with carrot to try and mask the smell for the carrot fly. And down here is our potato bed this year, they're just starting to come through. Can't really shore them up anymore, the dirt's up to the top of the bed as it is. There's Charlotte in there. We're just going to do, well, there's a nice bumblebee there. Go and go to my fruit trees. Here we have a little walnut tree. I've transplanted it around the garden quite a number of times, so I'm surprised it's actually coming out. But it is. If we come in on it, you'll see that we have, in fact, got some growth on it, so I'm pleased about that. So it's a funny old shaped garden, it's like a triangle up here, so that's the potato bed. I'm only having that much, so I'm going to be trying to practice rotation. The potatoes were over there where the beans are now, last year. So after the potatoes here, next year I'll probably have brassicas in there, and they'll be followed by the legumes, and I'll probably do it in that order. First year potatoes, second year brassicas, third year legumes, and fourth year, if I do a 4-year one, the fourth year will be roots, I suppose, like beetroot and carrots and things like that. So I'm going to try and do a 4-year rotation. But now that I've finished laying out, I call it a plot, it's basically a garden, but I'm trying to run it like an allotment. In here I've got my beetroot, but at the back there I've got the purple broccoli. And I've seen my first white butterfly this morning, so I covered it up in time, hopefully. So as I swing round, get you a shot of it all. And there you go, it's not much, but with my disabilities, I've had to take half the garden away with the pathways. But by raising everything up, it helps me to get down to it. But also we've got quite a high water table here, so it helps the drainage too. So I'll just swing round, avoiding our washing. I'll go this way. And back the compost bin at the present location, and back to the greenhouse. And my gooseberries down there, I've just put the netting on. And my Bramley apple. And there we are. And this is my herb bed down the bottom here. With borage. And my strawberries just coming into flower. So there you are. So that's where we are, up here, northeast of Scotland, middle of May 2015. And we do have our own little climate here. And it's quite warm today. But at the same time, the nights close in and they can be quite cold. So it's difficult decisions as to when you plant out, and you still have to be prepared to cover things. So I'll have some fleece handy, and I've got my cloches handy. But I'm hoping the worst of it is over now and we can look forward to a good summer. So there you go. My name's Phil. And so from the north of Scotland, I'm signing off. See you next time.